The mighty jaguar is truly a force to be reckoned with, possessing both grace and power that can take any unsuspecting prey by surprise. One minute, it's patiently stalking its victim, and the next, it lunges forward and pins it down with ease. But what happens when these big cats find themselves face to face with a formidable opponent? Well, let's find out in today's exciting episode, in the dense heart of the jungle, where shadows play tricks on even the sharpest eyes. A silent predator moved with unmatched precision. The jaguar, king of stealth, had been watching, waiting for the right moment. Its powerful body coiled with tension, its amber gaze fixed on a capybara sipping from a muddy stream. The air hung heavy, as if nature itself held its breath. Then, in a heartbeat, the stillness shattered. The jaguar lunged, a blur of spots and muscle, jaws wide, claws slicing through the air like daggers. The capybara squealed, but it was too late, or so it seemed. As the predator's fangs closed in, a rustling nearby changed everything. From the undergrowth emerged another figure. Another jaguar, larger eyes, blazing with hunger. Drawn by the commotion, the first predator froze, realizing it wasn't alone. The capybara, sensing a rare opportunity, thrashed wildly, slipping from the grip of its distracted attacker. Mud flew, water splashed, chaos erupted. The two jaguars, now face to face, sized each other up. What began as a simple hunt had transformed into a tense standoff between rivals. So, who will win this battle? Will it be the smaller jaguar who got the first strike, or the bigger jaguar who is hungrier? Let's find out. But before we move on, please take some time to subscribe to my channel. When one male jaguar faces off against another, the outcome often hinges on a complex dance of factors such as size, strength, age, experience, agility, and dominance. Size and strength play a crucial role in determining the outcome of a confrontation between two male jaguars. Generally, jaguars don't have a strict territorial behavior. However, they might compete for access to resources, mates, and prime hunting grounds. During such encounters, physical attributes matter. Larger and stronger jaguars have a better chance of overpowering their opponents, especially when fighting for dominance or contested kills. Age also influences a jaguar's prowess in a fight. Senior jaguars, with more life experience, may hold an advantage over younger, less experienced counterparts. Their battle scars often tell tales of past confrontations, serving as reminders of their fighting spirit and tenacity. Moreover, older jaguars usually boast longer fangs and larger canines, giving them a potent edge in close combat. Experience is another critical factor to consider. Jaguars with extensive fighting experience are more adept at reading their opponents, anticipating moves, and exploiting weaknesses. These battle-hardened felines know how to use their weight, strength, and agility effectively, making them formidable opponents. On the other hand, less experienced jaguars might lack the strategic know-how to navigate a fight effectively, potentially leading to disadvantage. Agility and stamina are equally important in jaguar battles. The ability to maneuver swiftly and endure prolonged confrontations can make all the difference. Jaguars that can dodge, leap, and strike with acrobatic prowess are well equipped to hold their ground. Stamina is also crucial for enduring extended fights, especially when neither jaguar backs down. The mental aspect of a jaguar's battle preparedness cannot be overlooked. Dominance plays a significant role in their interactions. Dominant jaguars exude confidence, which can intimidate rivals and potentially avoid or influence outcomes. A dominant jaguar's body language, vocalizations, and overall demeanor convey their strength and readiness to defend their turf. When two male jaguars clash, the dominant one has the upper hand. Their commanding presence might dissuade the other jaguar from engaging in a full-blown fight, potentially leading to a less intense or shorter confrontation. Jaguars are solitary creatures, generally avoiding each other's company except during mating season or when females with cubs are involved. They communicate through scent marking and vocalizations, establishing and maintaining territories. However, these solitary wanderers sometimes cross paths, leading to potential conflicts over resources, mates, or territory. Now that we understand how all of these factors come into play, let's see how this battle will end. The jaguar froze, its amber gaze flickering between the newcomer and its half-captured prey. For a moment, the only sound was the frantic splashing of the capybara thrashing in the water. This was uncharted territory for the resident jaguar. It had stalked and intended to capture the capybara, not engage in a territorial dispute. Yet here it was, caught in a predicament of its own making. The arriving jaguar, larger and hungrier, displayed its predatory intent with a low growl, its muscles tensed, ready to pounce. The resident jaguar, though initially aggressive, now faced a choice: relinquish its kill or stand its ground and risk losing everything. As the standoff continued, the capybara sensed its window of opportunity. With a final burst of energy, it broke free from the struggle, crashing through the undergrowth and disappearing into the river's embrace. the jungle fell eerily silent, the only evidence of the struggle being the disturbed water and the fading squeals of the capybara. For a brief moment, the two jaguars stood motionless, each sizing up the other. The newcomer, bolder and driven by hunger, took a step forward, its green eyes gleaming with determination. It was ready to claim both the kill and establish its dominance. The resident jaguar, wounded in its pride and uncertain of its footing, responded with a low growl, baring its teeth in a warning display. But despite its valiant efforts, the resident jaguar found itself gradually backing away. It knew that challenging the newcomer could lead to a costly confrontation. The jungle echoed with their growls and hisses as the two jaguars circled each other, each attempting to gain the upper hand. The newcomer lunged, its massive paws sending a spray of water and mud into the air. The resident jaguar, agile and quick, managed to dodge the attack, leaping aside to avoid the full force of the assault. The fight intensified, becoming a whirlwind of claws and teeth. The newcomers, bulkier and stronger, landed solid blows, forcing the resident jaguar to focus on defense, its lithe frame weaving and bobbing, trying to evade the incoming attacks. Despite the pressure, the resident jaguar fought back, biting and scratching in retaliation, its smaller size allowing for quick jabs that landed with surprising force. The encounter raged on, neither jaguar willing to yield, but the tide began to turn as the newcomer's aggression started to tire the resident jaguar, the constant strain of the battle taking its toll. Meanwhile, the newcomer, fueled by its relentless hunger, redoubled its efforts. With a final surge of strength, it managed to pin the resident jaguar down, its bulk pressing the smaller cat to the ground. Despite being pinned, the resident jaguar refused to submit, its eyes blazing with defiance. It continued to bite and claw at its opponent. The newcomer, sensing the tenacity of its opponent, did not underestimate the threat. It held on tightly, aware that even in defeat, the resident jaguar could inflict serious damage. Yet, as the minutes passed, the resident jaguar's struggles gradually weakened, the relentless pressure and exhaustion catching up to it. The newcomer, victorious but weary from the intense battle, allowed a low growl to rumble in its chest. It had established its dominance and secured its meal, ending the confrontation without further bloodshed. Slowly, the two jaguars disentangled themselves, each assessing the other for a few moments. The newcomer, emerging as the victor, slowly backed away, its hunger momentarily forgotten. The resident jaguar, battered but unbroken, rose to its feet, its eyes reflecting the determination to recover and regroup. The jungle, once again, fell silent, broken only by the sounds of insects and birds. The battle was over. The newcomer had won, but the encounter left an undeniable mark on both combatants, a testament to the raw power and indomitable spirit of the wild. If you enjoyed this captivating story, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and share it with your friends and family. Your support means the world to us. Thanks for joining us on this thrilling journey into the heart of the wild. We'll catch you in the next one. Until then, keep exploring the untamed beauty of our natural world and the incredible stories that unfold within it.